back to the weekend edition of the PM Show with the one and only Mr. Robert Conrad, ladies and gentlemen. On the line with us here, we have Ron from Long Island, New York. Welcome back, Ron. Your question for Bob once again?
I got the question, and here's the answer.
Well, let's repeat it for the audience.
The question was, I show a respect for women. It seems to come across, and that was the question. Right, Ron?
Yes, sir.
And the answer was my mother. My mother had me when she was 15 years old, and she never married my father. And she brought me up alone as a single parent. And it was always stand up when a woman walks in the room. Okay, Mom. Open the door when a woman is getting out of the car. Okay, Mom. And that's how I was brought up, and I kind of enjoyed it. So now I'm still that same guy. I'm very polite to the ladies in my life.
That is beautiful. That is really wonderful. I thank you for the time, and I appreciate the show, and I will call again.
Good, thanks. All right, thanks. I'll tell Ron another story. I was doing this show, and there was an actor that I always admired, and in his book, he talks endlessly about the names of all the women that he had a relationship with. And so when we had an opportunity to put him on the show, I said, no, I don't think so.
Is that TC?
Yeah. Okay, now
wait, I got one thing to surprise you with here.
Yeah, but I want to talk to Michael. And
okay, you want to talk to Michael? Then I got something to surprise you with over here. We got a line open here at 800.
Yeah, no more. No, we don't want any more lines open. No, we don't have any
Michael in Arizona, you're on with Bob
Michael,
Conrad.
How are you?
Hey, Robert, it's a pleasure to talk to you again. I'm the continuity photographer for the retro films up in New York State. I called you a few weeks ago. And I just wanted to reiterate how much of a blast it was to see James Cawley decked out as James West, because he's a fitting image of you. I mean, every time I saw him while he was doing the scene, there you go, that was you. And I got a hold of the boxed set, and I've been watching the episodes from the Wild Wild West, all the 4 seasons and the reunion shows, and oh my gosh, it's just, I mean, obviously for you, it'll bring back memories, and for me, it brings back somewhat memories, because I remember I used to watch you when you were in syndication. And
He's still in syndication. The show is syndicated every day all over the country.
Oh, yeah. Well, when it was first back in the 70s, that's when I started watching it. My question is, do you have a fond memory or a story that you can tell about Michael Dunn, Dr. Loveless?
Yeah, I do. So he lived in New York, and we became friends, and he was a dwarf, and I appreciated that, and he was sensitive about not being a midget. He said, I have normal hands, a normal head, and a normal you-know-what. And I said, okay. So I said, you want to stay? I've got room for you. I got a beautiful home that I built that overlooks the valley. It's just drop-dead gorgeous, and my neighbor is Clark Gable. And he went, whoa. I said, yeah, I'd love to stay in your house. So and I have him, put him in my son's room, and my son comes into the bedroom in the morning. He goes, Daddy. I go, what? He says, Daddy, there's this little man in my bed. And I said, I'm glad you called him a little man, or we would have been in trouble.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, he's not a midget, he's a little man. But that was his. And when we had these Saturday football games, which we had every Saturday for 44 weeks, and we never lost a game. And we had some wonderful athletes that were actors from our competition on the other side. And the best hit I ever had was from Lee Majors from the other side. He was behind me, and I didn't know it, and he took me down while I was waiting for a ball, and man, did I land. And I went, whoa, okay, it's an actor. Congratulations.
Lee Majors, huh?
But anyway, yeah, the Michael Dunn story was Michael was the referee, and the way we made that work is we put him in a golf cart, and he went up and down the field in a golf cart watching our activities. And then he also had a drink called the Michael Dunn, and when we went across the street after work to the backstage, which was our hangout, then Michael would be there and he'd say, all right, let's have a Michael Dunn. And we'd say, yeah, to Michael. I loved him. He was a wonderful, wonderful man. And when I opened up a restaurant in Miami Beach, he was the opening act. He did that as a favor to me because he was a great entertainer and singer. So that's my Michael Dunn story.
Great story. And since you mentioned there was a Michael Dunn drink, you mentioned the China Trader. Apparently, you were at the China Trader because it says here there's a menu, try the Hawaiian Eye. made with Hawaii's own. What was Oakley Howe? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Okay.
Oakley Howe.
Oakley Howe. Right?
Oakley Howe. And so, do you remember what was in that drink?
Yeah.
What was in it?
Rum.
So it's a rum drink,
That's
huh?
right.
And it was named after your TV show.
That's right.
So you were performing there every night.
That's
and
right.
there you were going. This is
no,
great
not
stuff.
every night. I went to backstage every night. I was performing there once a week.
Try the Hawaiian Eye, man. We're
That's
going to
right.
start sipping on those here at the show. Maybe non-alcoholics.
At the end of the show, that's where we would go. Okay, good for finding that. Congratulations. Okay, Michael in Arizona, what's up?
That's him. We thank you, Michael, for the call,
Is
buddy.
that it?
Yeah.
Just one question,
Yeah.
or just one little blurb here. When we finish the night of the Golden Spikes, I'll give you a call. I'll let you know. Get you a hold of James Colley. Maybe he can send you a copy of it.
No, I don't need a guy playing me. God bless him.
Got
Okay.
it. All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right, there you go. We got Shelly calling us. Shelly?
And then we get to Ernie, right?
Yeah, then the Ernie next segment here.
And
Shelly, you're on with
and-
Bob Conrad.
And then we can do this, right?
Yes.
Guys, how you doing?
We're doing good. What's up?
Well, I remember I told you I was going to Memphis for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you didn't pronounce it right, honey. It's Memphis.
Memphis.
Okay.
Let me hear you say it.
Well, I say Memphis.
No, let me hear it again.
Memphis.
That's it.
There you go,
The last, the last part of the word is
Fist.
not pronounced. It's Memphis.
Memphis.
You going to Memphis?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we had a ball. We went to see Elvis. We were there.
Yeah. I knew you would.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have a question, or are you just gonna tell me how awesome
No, you told me to call you and tell you how much
how it
fun
was
we had.
when
So-
you had a good time in there?
Oh, we had a great
good.
time.
It wasn't, because I spent a lot of time there when he was alive.
Really?
Yeah, you could see me downstairs when where I hung out, and he'd always come with some kind of gift. You know, he gave me a gun once, and he was always very generous. You never knew what he was going to present you with.
Yeah, it was an interesting house.
Really? All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, and I want you to call me next week and tell me what's going on in your life.
Okay, I will.
Do you promise?
I will.
Say I promise.
I promise.
All right, you said that right. You said Memphis
Memphis.
wrong, but you said I promise right. Thank you.